Friday Night Showcase. Sponsored by WSN Live streaming made easy.
Summer no more here on the News 25 Friday Night Showcase alongside Ansley Brent. I'm Jeff Hager, and as the calendar officially moves over to the fall, so too is the high school football schedule over to district play.
Yes, that's right, Jeff. Starting tonight, classes 1A, 5A, and 6A, all renewing those region rivalries for the next 7 weeks.
First stop on the 6A portion of our tour, Pascagoula, hosting Harrison Central, which finished third in the voting this week for the New Orleans Saints High School Football Game of the Month, courtesy of Sanderson Farms. Now, plenty of emotion riding on this one for the Panthers. 90 strong in honor of Matthew Steinmetz, who's currently receiving treatment in Mobile from a motorcycle accident on Saturday. Gula coming off an impressive win over Wayne County. Red Rebels coming off a back-breaking 1-point loss to Tylertown. Opening kickoff, Isaiah Bent back deep to return, and he's far from a has-been. He's a now-been. Sticks his foot in the ground and takes off. Nice return by the senior. Good field position for Gula, but the Panthers go 3 and out. So it's a 4th down punt, but the knee is down on the low snap, so the Red Rebels with some great real estate to start, and they make the most of it. Christian Turner to Amari Gardner. Get off me. Big time 1st down pickup to keep the drive alive. Another 3rd down for HC, and Turner is just so good when he has to improvise. Got a baseball offer from Mississippi Valley State this week, and there he is again. Garner garnering all the praise from his teammates after scoring the first touchdown of the game. Extra point no good, 6-0 visitors. Ball back to the Panthers, and this is the good stuff. Silas Quarter to Mississippi State baseball commit Keelan Parnell coming back to get it. And the former News 25 Student Athlete of the Week finding all kinds of ways to get involved. Getting back to his roots at QB, and this is when the Pascagoula offense is at its best. Just get the man in space. 9-yard pickup, but later in the drive, Vyshawn Walton making sure the Panthers don't get any more. Sack for the sophomore offense for days in this one, despite that defense. But the Red Rebels right now more than the Panthers. This one late, 44-31 in the 4th quarter.
Let's head to D'Iberville. Warriors hosting Biloxi in the Battle of Back Bay, looking to bounce back from a Week 4 loss of Picayune. Indians coming off a win over Pearl. We pick it up 2nd quarter, tied 7-7. The Warriors take the ball after a touchdown by the Indians. They decide to ride with the run, and run they did as quarterback Gage Peterson takes the ball himself as he coats up the middle for a 25-yard pop. Gets pushed down in the end zone, but he gets right back up with a 14-7 lead by the Warriors. Biloxi gets the ball back and decides to take a deep shot, which is only about an inch away from being our play of the day, but it's incomplete.
No.
Biloxi, I know, right? Biloxi ends up in the 4th down situation that same drive, and instead sending the punting team in. They send the Jets and are running back to Marion Fillmore, taking it all the way to 45 yards to the house for as good as a 4th down conversion as they possibly could have had right there. Biloxi ended up taking this one in the end after a back-and-forth brute match, 34-27.
All right, more highlights courtesy of News 25's Rick Gogreave. St. Martin riding high from a Week 4 win at Greene County, visiting Gulfport fresh off a big win over Germantown. 1st quarter, St. Martin starts with the ball and comes out strong with the run, only to mix it up with a wide-open dot from quarterback D.K. Jenkins, Mendenhall transfer, for a 40-yard touchdown to Jalen Anderson with about 8 minutes left in the first. Got Buzzy throwing up the hands. St. Martin kicks it off, and it's an onside kick. And look who it is making the recovery. Anderson, the man himself. 2 big plays back-to-back. Kid is having a massive night. Unfortunately for the Yellow Jackets, that recovery only turned into a sack and a punt. Admirals get the ball back, look to take revenge, and the revenge is what they get as they chip away yardage on the ground, through the air, until they're able to get the ball all the way down to the 1-yard line. And here he is, back for his senior season, Gavin Brown. Half man, half popcorn butter. Touchdown, making the game an even 7-7 with 3 minutes left in the 3rd. The shots from Gulfport continue to be ending up too much for the Yellow Jackets as they take this game 21-7. Now, as the 2022 season nears the midway point, numbers don't lie, and some players really starting to stand out.
Yes, one of those guys that come to mind, Vancleave running back John Peterson, who just featured as the News 25 Student Athlete of the Week earlier this month.
By yours truly.
Of course. Peterson leading the state in rushing, more than 900 yards heading into Week 5 in just 3 games to go along with 12 touchdowns on the road tonight at Long Beach. 1st quarter, Long Beach showing the Bulldogs whose turf they just entered. Quarterback Will Brady looks down the field, thinks about giving it up, but keeps it for himself. putting the first numbers on the board. And the extra point is good. Bearcats up first 7-0. But it didn't take long for Vancleave to respond. Long Beach with a kick and sends it up into the hands of Vancleave's Kyle Capers, who just keeps going and going, and he's still going, and brings the ball all the way back to where the kick has started, giving the Bulldogs an extremely good field position to begin their first drive. Hey Jeff, I think you're really going to like this play. You want to see it?
Yeah.
Okay, good, I'm going to show you. So Vancleave quarterback pitches the ball to Peterson, who then slings the ball to Asher Henley. And then if that wasn't enough, send it to Hunter Parker, who throws it all the way to Leighton Elder, who's by himself in the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs. Gracious, I think I'm in love with that play. Not too dramatic. But the extra point attempt was no good. Bearcats still up 7-6. But Bearcats determined to broaden their lead. They were stopped in the red zone, but made up for it with a field goal. Long Beach now winning 10-6. But Vancleave is fired up, because that means, you know what? They get the ball back. Bulldogs take the snap. There's those cheerleaders. You know, they kind of scared me. They snuck up behind me. Where's John Peterson? Oh, hey, I'm right here. Taking the ball high in the middle, taking it right towards Vancleave's sidelines, kind of towards me. Passes by to say hello, but is tackled short at the 10-yard line. But that's okay. You know what? John Peterson's going to finish it. Finish what he started. Receiving the ball from Hunter Parker, takes it all the way to the end zone. But the 2-point conversion is no good. But hey, making the score Bearcats 10, Bulldogs 12. And Jeff, it's just one of those games where they score back and forth and back and forth. And of course, this game is still going on in the fourth quarter. Vancleave leading Long Beach 51-31.
Look at Peterson getting receiving yards too. Last but certainly not least, Gaucher feeling good after beating Moss Point in week 4, visiting George County. Still looking for its first win of the season. We pick it up second quarter, game tied at 8-all. And this isn't what we're used to seeing from the Gators. Tyron Coleman all fired up in the backfield. A.J. Phillips dropped for a huge loss, and then on the very next play, fourth and very long, Coleman again sacks Caden Irving, and it's ball back to George County. Very next play, future Division I signee Deuce Knight making things happen. Rolls out left side and fires a dart to Amara Jones. Nice pickup by the senior wide receiver. And then on the very next play, Knight has a man on the slant. Marlon Odom. Oh, dumb. Daniel, the 3-star recruit, is a G+1. That's gone. Never even touched. 2-point try, no good. So it's 14-8 in favor of the visitors. Very next drive for Gaucher, third and long, but not for long. Irving to Phillips, and he's like, I'd love to stay and chat, but I've really got to go and get into sicko mode. He's inside the red zone, dragged down all the way at the 5-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle by Odom, and it really almost was, because on third and goal, Irving rolling out, finds Kanan Rush, dives for the pylon, and the ball comes out. Probably should have been a touchback, but ruled out at the 1. New life for the Gators, and they use it. Reese 25's Angela Brent. She celebrates a birthday in September, but you know who else does? Irving! And it's today! Touchdown birthday, boys. Second rushing score of the game for the Ole Miss baseball commit. Shootout in the swamp. Right now, it's 42-21 Gaucher. These 7:30 kick times are abysmal. This is early in the fourth quarter. Will it ever end? Anyway, Gaucher looking like it is their game to win. We'll be back in 30 seconds with your WXXV play of the day.
Mississippians love football, and our high schools in South Mississippi like Gulfport, Moss Point, and Ocean Springs stay connected with their students, parents, and community by live streaming events, including football through WSN Live. WSN Live provides your school with everything you need for professional and seamless live streams that are easy for students to run. And your fans can watch online from anywhere on any device. With WSN Live, your school gets the right gear, a rock-solid network, and game time tech support. Learn more at WSNLive.com.